Good morning, my boy. Although, almost, we are free from residual of COVID-19 pandemic, but it reminded us how terrible virus disease is. Do you know, actually, 450 years before, we have similar case in England. I am going to focus on to era of Elizabethan, middle to late of 16th century. And, also, pay close eyes on not rich people, but the poor. How they should face to that kind of disease. Regarding the life of Elizabeth I, I have introduced in the other program before, topic of Tudor dynasty, amazing kings and victims. So, please review these programs to recall your memory. Anyway, people called her era as Golden Age of England. She beaten Spanish Armada, strongest navy in the world, at that moment. Also, Elizabethan religious settlement, famous achievement of her. She also established royal absolutism against Parliament. And she developed overseas trading route, we called the Age of Discovery. Exciting era. Meanwhile, enjoy English Renaissance, William Shakespeare is representative of it. Indeed, her father, Henry VIII was really nasty, disaster as a human. But, their Tudor dynasty produced numerous achievements, in terms of culture, economy, and system. So, upper-class people enjoyed, very luxury, and gorgeous life. Such as, party, beautiful dressing, costume, excellent, and delicious meal. And a lot of entertainments. However, the poor should suffer hunger, no money, and disease. In order to watch their life, I invite you market of them. Indeed, their life was not really great different with ours. In the market, they buy meat. In the market, they buy egg. In the market, they buy fish. In the market, they buy vegetable. In the market, they buy bread and pie. And also buy cheese. But, of course, it needs money to buy. So, although they have many foods in the market, it does not mean that everybody is able to buy these. The poor can be afforded to buy some vegetable, like an onion, herb, then they can cook simple soup only. If you do not have money, you have to think about priority. They need bread. And maybe they need cheese. They need onion as well. Potato was not yet launched on the table of the poor. So, for protein, they were not able to buy meat, like pork or beef. Therefore, they should catch frog. Pigeon, if they can catch. Snake, wow, I cannot. And rabbit, if they are lucky. Also, catch fish in the river sometime. Poverty will produce crime, unfortunately. The market is busy by many people in daytime. But in nighttime, it turns to danger zone for especially kids and female. Some research said that era, most of adult, I mean, men, kept a knife in his pocket for protection. Due to poverty, some young generation went to easy way to release his stress. So it was not safe to go around city area in night time during that era. Then, how government faced to this problem? Very, very simple. Whatever someone commit crime, immediately, death guilty. Stolen money, hurt somebody, kill somebody, kidnapping, all, death guilty. For death guilty, there are 5 classifications. First one is hanging. Easy. Second, dismemberment. Fix hands and legs, then, pull for 4 directions. Third, decapitation. Beheading. Cut head. Fourth, burning. And, last, and, most inhumanity, cruel. Putting big stones on the body. Gradually, increase numbers of stones. Of course, eventually, prisoner will die, due to heavy weight of stones. And it took 12 hours to 1 day to die. Incredible tough penalty. It is, of course, in order to deter further crime. If you have done something wrong, you will be executed by these horrible methods. But, afterwards, these executions became the methods to persecute, or, to be a method of, witch hunt. In here, you have to know that, people will trust, what they want to trust. And if, someone deny it, this person shall be the target of their persecution. That era, witches were there, witches spoke magic spell, God saves us. If you deny these, you will be target of them. And more worse, someone abuse this situation to kill his or her enemy. For example, if there is beautiful girl, she might be a target and created any fake information. Such as, I saw she was speaking some strange spell in midnight. No one know, it is true, or, not true. Then, worst case, put her to torture. Let me have example, you do not like someone. And, you want ask this person to disappear from this world. Remember, the people will hate someone, stays on the same level, same line. If, someone on the same line, he will try to kick out this guy from his position. Most of the common conflict stays among same level of people. The poor hates the poor. People had to suffer poor life, only simple vegetable soup every day. But, if some family cook pork soup, it will be a seed of envy. And, it produces monster of envy. If someone has rare Pokemon card, he will be target of envy, and sometime people excommunicate him from your group, am I correct? Anyway, social gap has been clear in these eras, and under this circumstance, serious starvation happened, during 1594 to 1597. Due to adverse weathering. So, the poor become more poor, and, they abandon their land. According to the historical record, some exiles travel over 245 miles, in order to look for income. And unfortunately, one more disaster, catastrophe hit people. It was plague, people called it Black Death. Many people have passed away, due to this plague. 100,000 numbers had been dead, in London, in a year. For example, in Stratford Church, 63 newborn babies had been baptized in 1594, but 43 babies passed away due to plague. Nearly 70% of babies had to die. Once symptom appear, people gave up, and dug his own tomb. And, lie down there to wait for his final moment. 1578, England government administered new law into effect. Once one family produced plague patient, all family member must stay home 6 weeks and can't go out to outside, whatever. Really serious self-lockdown. Most of families, after open their home gate, all dead in there. Sewer system was premature, chained infection was quite common. Government also closed any public facilities. Actually, not so many public facilities in that era. But, church also closed, or, restrict people come in sometimes. Also, put Red Cross mark on the door of patient family. In order to clean up air, they believe it works, burn many woods, dry grass, and produce smoke. So, an undertaker must take a smoke before they go to undertaking. They used vinegar to clean up coin, use citrus perfume to clean up body. When swelling appear on the skin, attach chicken directly on affected area. We may laugh at them, but, actually, we are more or less same. We were in a panic when COVID-19 pandemic happened. And took silly action sometimes when we review. The poor was really poor, and they must think about how to feed family. How to survive in life. How to protect their family from Viking. Viking was quite serious headache for them. Because they will take everything from them. And even kidnap young generation. This topic I have introduced in another program. And please review if you cannot recall. Back to topic of plague, they are always in unstable circumstances. Scared to be plague. Scared to be victim of witch hunt. Really, miserable life. On the other hand, upon this situation, a sense of social welfare was gradually started to develop. You may think, king, or queen feels sorry for the poor, is it? Not at all. King and queen didn't know how the poor was suffering such a life in disaster. Why, these ideas developed. Government tried to improve situation by law, because, if they leave these poor as it is, they will be potential imminent risk of their society. Once, people down to the end, they have nothing to lose, so, they could be strong rioters. If they have something to protect, reason, regret, they won't be so radical. But, once they recognized, they have nothing to lose, they will do whatever they want to do. Then, target will be not same level of people, but high level of people. Social revenge. We cannot laugh at them, because, in our modern society as well, the serious crimes have been conducted by the people who already have no interesting for their existing society and move to extreme direction. If they have something to protect, they will be conservative. If they have some chance in their society, consequence might be some differences. Anyway, no matter what, it slowly, but surely becomes first stage of humanity welfare and develop human right.
As Jenny